All right, welcome back to Seas of Sand. Bit of a last-minute stream update time, but we didn't really know until last minute either. So apologies for that, but today will be a bit of a shorter session as I'm a little bit busy today, and since we had to shift around the schedule, I'm not able to go all the way till midnight. If it was any other weekend, I would push till midnight and do a longer stream, but not this weekend, so this will be a bit of a shorter session, but still should be interesting as they are rocketing themselves into a combat encounter right off the start. Previously on Seas of Sand, the party was making their way down into the sewers in search of the cult for multiple reasons. One, they were hired by the Rangers to do so, and two, one of the members of the party, Lunette, is being hired in a way, I suppose, to investigate the disappearance of one of the Golden Scales merchants. And so, following those leads, they made their way down into the sewers, where they found that there were quite a few Yuan Ti dwelling down there, who seemed to be, from what we can tell so far, making up said cult. Tsutsulu last session had a little discussion with them, as he is also Yuan Ti. Though they seemed to want Tsutsulu to join, Tsutsulu seemed a little bit reluctant to do so and excused himself, with some warnings from the cult members to not let anyone know they were down there. And Tsutsulu made his way back to the party, informed everyone as to what was going on. And the party decided to turn right back around as the person who Lunette was looking for was amongst the cult, in shackles and a little bit beaten up. And so they turned their way right back around and went down back to the lair of the cultists to attempt to get that merchant back, which resulted in a bit of a tense standoff in which the cult was not too happy about them showing up, and things turned hostile. Weapons were drawn, and Cecilio, who is currently disguising himself as a human version of the genie that dwells in his lamp, was first to make a movement, as everyone sort of had a good old-fashioned Al-Zahari standoff. So where we get right back into things was right at that moment.
Didn't like 3 of us roll 4s?
Threes, yeah.
I rolled a
Threes.
20. So.
Indeed, there was 2
Shut up.
3s rolled in the initiative roll last time. We took care of that last time, to get it out of the way. Suits rolled a 20, a dirty 20.
Good job.
And
Yeah.
then Lunette and Val had 3s.
I'm so good at this.
So we're quite spread out there on the initiative counter, but the first to make a move, as you all sort of stare each other down, each fingers reaching for your weapons, first to react is Tsutsulu. Let me get some...
I'm trying to fix my mic sensitivity some kind of bad. These fans are not...
I feel like we're in a Smash tournament. Oh wow.
Can you guys hear the fans? Did I turn my
A
sensitivity
little
down?
bit. There should be. Are you
I
on a
can hear it.
laptop?
Is it-
There should be a
I'm
noise
on my
suppressant feature.
I'm on my... noise suppression. Yeah, let's...
On the first turn of the initiative order, Tsutsulu fixes his microphone.
Yeah!
It was ineffective.
Yeah. Can you still hear the fan?
The enemy caster has cast technical
Oh my god,
difficulties.
okay, listen, I'm wondering, is anybody gonna...
No.
I think it sounds fine.
You could just swap to push to talk for a sec if you wanted to.
Oh, whatever.
Figure it out later.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Or alternatively, manually mute yourself, but it might be easier to just push to talk.
Yeah, well, I'd have to push since I'm on my phone, I'd have to open my phone every anyway.
Then
So,
it'd be easier to just mute.
yeah, but anyway.
It's
yeah,
it's
I'll
not too bad, but if you're quiet for quite some time, then
Mhm.
give it a
I am,
mute every once in a while.
I am as far as humanly possible. Fan. My dorm room is not this big.
Well,
Oh,
I understand the struggle of superheated dorm rooms, so.
Oh my god. It's supposed to be cold here, but it's not. Hey. So I
Alrighty.
am a. If none of them
so,
will.
still in your disguise, you are first to act, Cecilio, as everybody stares each other down as you see the cultists begin to reach for their weapons. You're just a little bit quicker. What would you like to do?
Epic. So going off of last time, I did say that I would cast Eldritch Blast. So I said this one. Yeah.
I think you were aiming for that guy. That was the one that you talked to last time. You had some Sahari whiskey with him.
Yeah. How rude of him to give me whiskey and then be like, "You were so sus." Okay, hold on. I have to open my character sheet. Not mine. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna go at him with the Eldritch Blast. Fun fact though, I didn't ever tell him my name, so I'm not too concerned. He's not dead. Also, I'm just
Alright, just let me know what you roll.
that is a 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
That's gonna do 10 damage.
Was it a max roll?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
God, maybe we won't get TPK'd, knock on wood.
You have 18 AC, may I remind you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
that
not
doesn't mean
getting
jack
TPK'd.
shit when they have a fucking giant snake.
I think
It's
it
fine.
does.
I will just talk to
So a bolt of purple light shoots from your lamp, Cecilio, flying across the greenly lit cavern and slamming into the Yuan-Ti man that you spoke to when you infiltrated the cult before, and smashes into him and kind of sends him reeling back a little bit. He wasn't quite
wow.
expecting that. He was in the middle of reaching for to kind of aim his own staff at you, and is caught off guard, blasted in the shoulder by your Eldritch Blast.
This is gonna be a nice, I think, spellcaster battle. Absolutely. Alright. Let me
Is
see
there
if there's
anything else
anything-
you're gonna do?
Yeah, let me check. The answer is no, so I'm done. I'm gonna stay back here.
Very well. As Cecilio launches a blast of purple light across the lair, one of the cultists in the back begins to move and reorients himself up to the edge here of the sort of upper layer. And he's holding a crossbow, which he levels at Lunette and fires a bolt.
Oh no!
What the heck's your AC again?
12.
Not great. All right.
Eh,
He
it's better than
rolls. He rolls a 19.
Fuck!
So that will be. Right. Wrong dice. There we go. So you feel a crossbow bolt lodge into your shoulder, and find sort of a little gap in clothing there, and deals 4 piercing.
Ugh.
As he begins to reload his crossbow on the far end of the lair. Which will bring us to the next in the turn order. 4 piercing. Which is this fellow here. Let me review what this guy has. Okay, very well. You don't have to do the HP if you don't want to.
I don't even know how.
It's in your little gear menu there. And you scroll down, or it's bar 3 is the red one, but any of the bars work, and you just type your max and your minimum values there. Does help healers a little bit, but you can just ask them. I don't really care too much about that.
Pog.
This UNT man here, in sort of the long robes, raises his staff and angles it sort of towards the general party. You're not quite sure who he's aiming at, as you're all sort of clumped together. And as he raises his staff, Susuli, you feel something sort of push in at the edges of your brain. So make an int save for me.
This is great. Int, right? Oh, that's at 22. That's 22, bitches.
Holy shit.
22.
Was
Yeah.
it Nat? Was it Nat?
It was
What
Nat,
the
yeah.
fuck?
Holy shit!
All right.
Oh yeah,
Fucking hot dice.
hot dice today.
Then you push that sort of sensation away, and you feel it fade. You don't take any damage.
Absolute banger tweet.
Then he will duck behind the tent.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! I exited out of roll 20. Shit.
Well, you still have a little bit before your turn, so you're all good.
We're good. We're good.
Next in
I
the
got
turn
it.
order is Ezekiel. Ezekiel, if there's anything you want me to explain about combat, I can do so. Just ask.
Okay. Yeah, this is my first time ever, so. I
Of course,
kind
yeah. I figured that would be
Oh.
this, so I'm okay with this being a tutorial fight for you if you want.
Okay, I was gonna throw my dagger. I think.
Okay, so if you take a look at your dagger in your inventory, under your actions,
Yeah.
it'll show the range, and so there's 2 ranges there. You'll see a number
Yeah.
and then a number in brackets. The
Yeah.
one that is the smaller number is your actual range, and then your bracketed number is your technically like extended range. If you're gonna throw
Okay.
your dagger at something in the extended range, which is the much longer one, you take disadvantage on that throw because it's farther away. So
Okay.
daggers are pretty close. I think it's like 20.
Yeah.
So they're mainly used for kind of close range distance, where it's not like all the way on the other side of the room. So if you're throwing at something outside of that 20, you'll take disadvantage on your roll, which means you're more likely to miss the attack. Just so you're aware.
Okay. How do I use the ruler thing?
So in roll 20, along the left bar there's a little one that looks like a circle with kind of a line on it.
Yeah. Okay.
Several
That's
down.
what I figured.
And then it'll show you how far away everybody is. Each square is 5 feet.
Oh, that dagger. Okay, well maybe because I don't have any really long range attacks, so I might just use healing word on Lunette. Is that something I can do?
You can. Just to kind
Yeah.
of clarify, you can move as well.
Oh.
During your turn, you get movement independent from any of your actions and bonus actions. You always have your movement, and it'll show that on
Yeah.
your character sheet. You always have that 30 feet of movement, and it doesn't count as actions. It doesn't count as bonus actions. It is just its own thing. So if
Okay.
you want, you could move all 30 feet, then use your action. You can use your action, then move. It doesn't matter what order you do anything in. You can use bonus action, then your action. None of the order matters. You just have sort of a limited amount of resources for your turn. You can run 10 feet and then attack, and then run another 20. It doesn't matter how you break it all up. It just is sort of the resources you can use up during each of your turns.
Okay.
So you couldn't quite run
yeah.
up to that person because they're 50 feet away, but you could run closer to them and then throw your dagger, for example, if you really were dead set on throwing your dagger.
I don't know if I'm dead set on running right next to the enemy right now. So I think for now I just want to use healing word on Lunette.
Very well.
Okay.
So, taking a look at healing word. So that'll use your bonus action, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So technically, you would still have an action during your turn, which you don't have to use.
Okay.
so
I think I'll
so-
just not use-
If you imagine it, you could attack somebody and also cast healing
Yeah.
word all on the same turn.
Yeah. But just for this one, I think I would like to not do
course.
anything else.
Yeah, of course, you don't have to. So healing word has that 60-foot range. Your spells have ranges too. So you don't have to be right next to anybody. Some spells will require you to touch somebody, but this one doesn't. So Lunette is very well within your 60-foot range, so
Yeah.
you can just roll those healing dice and then just tell me how much they heal so that Lunette can heal it.
Oh
Very
boy, how
very
do I
long,
roll?
Valbella. It is a lot of turns.
Okay. It is a 4.
A minute isn't 10 turns. A minute is 10 rounds. It is very long.
Oh, right. You know what I mean.
Or 6
I
rounds,
rolled
rather,
and
sorry.
I got a 4.
Basically, anything that says a 4.
Yeah.
Okay, so then Lunette gets to heal the 4 hit points. So you just need to make sure that Lunette knows that. And then as long as, since I'm keeping track of your healths too, on my encounter tracker, it just helps for that I know it as well.
Alright.
Alright, so from behind you, Lunette, you feel a surge of healing magic and your wounds begin to close up. The pain in your shoulder begins to fade.
Oh, that feels much better.
So Ezekiel, you still have any of your movement, but you don't have to use any of it.
Yeah, I think I'm done for now.
Very well. Valbella, as a rule of thumb, anything that says it lasts 10 minutes basically just lasts the whole encounter.
That's so hot.
Things that last 1 minute are a little more dicey if the counter gets long, but if it says 10 minutes, basically just assume it lasts the whole encounter, because that's kind of what I do. I don't really track it. So Ezekiel, you end your turn, and we move into the next initiative, which is another one of the cultists. Components are required if it says that it uses the spell component in the spell. If it says that it consumes it in the spell, which isn't very many spells. Something like Revivify, which resurrects somebody, consumes the diamonds that you need. So in that case, you actually need them. If it doesn't say it consumes it, then you don't need them as long as you have a spellcasting focus, which is an arcane focus. It could be a holy symbol, anything like that. You just need to have one of those in your hands to do it.
You also need the material if it lists a gold count, right?
I think so. It's somewhere in there.
Yeah.
But it'll usually tell you however many gold worth of whatever, and it consumes it in the spell. It's not a ton of spells, so most spells are fine for that. So the next to move, you see another one of the cultists duck out from behind the tent. This one's a little bit taller, a little more burly, and he's holding a scimitar in his hand. And he actually runs up next to the snake, and you see him just sort of turn towards it, and he just kind of mouths something to it. You can't really hear what he's saying. And as he sort of begins to talk to the snake, you see it coil up and twist and turn around towards you, and it begins to just rattle its tail and bare its fangs. Welcome, Zeke. They're fighting a snake. And then he will take the dodge action and end his turn. I don't know if I have a dodge that's very good. I'll remember. Alrighty. Next to move, you see a different Yuan-Ti pureblood, also holding a staff, poke out from behind the tent and level their staff at you. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Valbella, make an int save for me.
Damn it, I'm trying to plan things. In.
Along the left side of your character sheets, you'll see those save boxes.
I got it.
I know, I'm saying it out loud for Ezekiel.
Sorry. Apologies.
So on the left
Oh,
side, there's
10.
there's that save box. Those are kind of rolls that when something happens to you, I may make you ask you to make a save. Those are where you roll them.
Oh, okay.
I got a 10.
Okay, so you fail your save, and you
Fuck
feel
me.
this sort of pressure kind of push in at the edges of your brain.
Oh.
And then as you sort of try to fight it away, you fail to do so. And it feels like a lightning bolt just shot through your brain.
What?
And you take
Oh, fuck me.
4 psychic damage.
Oh, that's not bad. It could be so much worse. Everyone, it could be worse.
And the feeling of sort of having your brain shooken up, it lingers a little bit. I'll tell you if it becomes relevant, what that did.
Oh. Fuck. Brilliant. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Sorry, I'm...
Brain.
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 I'm gonna have a sexy Yuan-Ti in my head now, I guess.
And then she tucks her way back out of sight behind the tent and ends her turn, which brings us to Lynette.
Suts, where is the merchant?
Am I allowed to respond to that? Like, is it gonna take?
Talking is free in combat, as long as you don't just start having a massive conversation. I might kind of curb you a little bit, but talking is
sure.
mostly free.
Can I see? Because I know where he is, but him from here are the.
Yeah, you know where he is. You can't really see him at this angle, but you can definitely point at where you remember him being.
Okay, so I'm gonna point in this general direction. I'll be like, he's up there on the top of that.
Alright, Lunette nods, then starts to run off behind this tent, and on the way, she's going to aim an ice knife at the big snake.
Alright.
It is, yeah, I roll an attack, and it's 1d10 damage, and regardless if it hits or miss, it then explodes, and does 2d6 damage. Oh wait, no, there's a dexterity save, anyone within 5 feet of the target, and on a fail, it's 2d6 damage.
Mm-hmm. So roll to hit first.
The dice is being very slow. That is an 18.
Alright. Then roll your damage on the snake. Let me know what it is.
It's getting there. Slowly but
Alright,
surely.
I'll start making dex saves.
Ah, 2 damage.
Alright, 2 damage on the big snake. What's your spell save?
It is 13.
Alright, I have bad news for you.
Aww.
They both saved. This one just got lucky. This one was making it with advantage because he took the dodge action.
Oh well. And she's gonna duck behind the tent for now.
So the rest of you see a burst of icicles hit the center of the chamber. Some of them piercing into the snake, which sort of hisses and moves its head a little bit, but it manages to dodge the brunt of them, and most of them skitter harmlessly across the stone tiles. So then, Lunette, you duck out behind this other tent, sort of tattered and old looking, but relatively livable. You can see kind of a couple personal effects sitting down inside of it through some of the holes.
And that's all.
Very well. Then that will bring us to Valbella's turn.
The cogs in my brain are working. I'm going to use up all of my movement. Oh god, where did... I shouldn't have erased it, because now I can't remember where I wanted to go. Here. I wanted to go here. Move here. I'm going to use up all of my movement to go here.
Okay.
And then when I'm here... Okay. Question. I would like to use bless. So, do I have to be within 60 feet of these three?
Bless is 30 feet.
Where? Huh?
Bless is 30 feet.
Fuck!
You can
I
undo
will
you can
say-
undo your movement. I don't mind. This is your first real combat encounter as a group, so I'm being lenient.
Okay, hold on. I gotta figure out how far everyone is.
Can redo your movement if you wish.
Hold on. I think they're still the same distance, aren't they? Yeah, I mean, they're all 30 feet away.
Yeah, it's just 30 feet. Just keep in mind.
Okay, yeah, I got it mixed up with Shield of Faith. That's my bad.
Yep.
I would like to cast Bless on all three of them, right?
Okay.
Yes, I can do that.
Very well.
Ugh, cast, please. Oh no, oh no! I accidentally used both of my spell slots. Whoops. Okay, that's me.
Which was this is the bless symbol. There we go.
I think that's my action. I think that is, yeah.
All right.
That's me.
The three of you feel empowered by some sort of otherworldly holy energy. And you feel a little more confident in your own abilities for the time being. Alright, so you bless the three of them and end your turn.
Yes, sir.
Very well. Moving past Valbella's turn, we arrive at the large snake, which begins to slither across the sewer floor towards Valbella. And Valbella, as it reaches you, it attempts to just sort of coil around you and wrap you up. So make a dex save for me.
Gonna shit myself.
And
Just
I,
11.
Oh, a hug.
I have bad news for you. You're
Ugh.
making that one with disadvantage because your brain is shaken up.
I'm gonna shit my pants.
Uh,
Yeah, it's gonna be an 11.
Very well.
I got a 15 on that second one.
So there'll be a fail. And so you're going to take...
Beam me up, Scotty.
you're going to take 3 bludgeoning.
I hate the way that you say take damage because there's always like you elevate the last
I do?
what is it?
I do.
Yeah, you elevate the last what is it? What syllable? You elevate the last syllable and it sounds like I'm gonna take another bit of damage. And I'm like,
That was because I
Yeah.
wasn't done. So you were
oh
correct.
no.
You were correctly assuming that my sentence wasn't done there.
eat my own.
Thanks for reminding me.
ass.
So you take that bludgeoning damage, and you are also now constricted by the snake as it coils around you.
I had to open my fucking mouth, huh? How long does the brain thing last for? You won't tell me, but God.
You'll find out.
Oh, fucking. Oh my God. Okay, what can I do while restricted? Let's find out. That wouldn't be like on the D&D Beyond sheet, would it? Just like for funsies.
I didn't mean restricted like the condition. I just mean your movement is 0, and you can make a strength save on your next turn to try and get out of it.
Oh my God, this is amazing. I'm gonna cry. Okay, we're fine. Everything's fine. I'll shut up now.
Alrighty. So that will be our friendly neighborhood snake's turn. And we'll move right along to our second favorite friendly neighborhood snake, who is Cecilia.
Why am I the second favorite? Why can't I be the
Because
first?
that
I
snake
was
is
the
Look at this
first.
guy.
I was the OG.
Look at this guy.
I'm the OG.
Yeah, look at that guy. He
That
looks like
snake is
crap.
pretty cool. I
He
hate
looks
to
so.
say
He
it.
looks silly.
Very
I'm
so-
better. Objectively, fuck all of you.
Well,
I'm the
he looks
best.
like a crab.
Right.
That's a no.
Cecilia, so you see the massive snake in the center of the chamber coil right around Valbella and begin to squeeze. You can hear her metal armor start to creak under the pressure. What do you do?
Damn, Shoddy, you need some help. Okay, I'm gonna go. Let me see if I can remember what's here. I'm gonna go here. And it's a fun question. Oh. Walk away. No, I'm just...
Yeah.
Dang, I hate to be that bitch, but I think I'm just gonna cast Eldritch Blast again.
On the snake?
On the snake.
Very well.
No, cast on Valbella. It'll be funny.
No.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
so
I'm
that
kidding.
is
What'd you get?
a 15.
Yep, that is.
That +5 is really doing well for me, I think. That's gonna be 1 damage. So hot dice are now cold dice.
The
Yeah.
so the first turn we saw the upsides of a dice roll like Eldritch Blast, and this turn we see the downsides of Eldritch Blast, in which there is no pluses on the damage roll. So if you
Yay.
roll bad, you just roll bad.
You just roll bad. I'll just wait for him to smack me and then.
All right,
Pizza.
so you fire off another purple blast of Eldritch magic, and it just sort of skims right past the snake, and you see it sort of crackle along the surface of its scales, leaving just the smallest amount of burns, but doesn't do any real substantial damage.
Great.
Is there anything
Rub in
else you'd
my
like to do,
cold dice.
Cecilia? Oh wait, hang on. It's been a long time since we fought as you guys, so I'm a little bit out of reminding you guys about your stuff. But since I'm helping Ezekiel and doing sort of a tutorial fight with this one anyway, I might as well help you out too.
I'm sitting here.
There's something in here, right? Some sort of thing that you had.
I'm reading my features and traits, the section that we all know that I don't read.
Once per turn, when you hit with an attack roll, you add your fire damage to it.
Where is that?
It's in your Genie's Vessel stuff.
Oh. Okay.
So
Well then, if that's true, then I did
3.
the 2. Yeah, 3, and then also 12 to that one guy.
Yeah,
There's only
I'm not gonna do it for that turn since we missed it. It's long gone. I
Okay,
won't
well,
retroactively add that damage,
alright.
but I'll do it for this turn.
This is the epic.
And just
I'm
keep
gonna
in mind
remember
that that's fire damage. So if a monster had resistance to fire, that would only cut that part of it in half.
Yeah. Well, lucky for me, I do not think that
All right, so as you see that Eldritch Blast sizzle right by, it burns a part of it, and then you see flames kind of just sort of flicker up from where it crackled against the scales and add a little bit to the burns. As Yushaila empowers your magic.
she's like, "Damn, you look good." I'm like, "I know, I'm you."
I don't think a warlock can ever live it down when the +2 from their pact deity adds more damage than their initial roll.
I think that I will actually be up for a really long.
If you could see, Yushala's face right now, she is just so smug, just unbearably smug right now.
I think that I will. We will have a nice talk later, and then she will make fun of me, and I will be like, "Okay."
So if
Sorry.
that is the end of your turn, then we will move along.
Yep, I'm done.
To this fellow here, who's seeing you attacking the giant snake with your magic, Tsuchilio, he will level his crossbow at you and fire a bolt. You're what? 11 AC?
Sobbing. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was a dirty 20.
I think that this man wants me dead. He shouldn't.
Yes,
We're
that
besties.
is actually how combat
No.
works.
We're
That
besties.
is how combat works.
No. Well, it's okay. Oh well. Maybe I won't. But like,
Yeah, well, actually,
well, actually,
about that one.
And you feel the bolt stab into your arm as you take
damn,
5 piercing damage.
bruh.
As he,
Hey, can I cast Hellish Rebuke as a reaction?
yeah, as long as you take damage.
Yeah.
I think he's well within range. What's the range on Hellish Rebuke?
The range. Well, he might not be. 60 feet, so never mind.
Is he not?
Definitely. Well, no, he is. It's a range of.
Is it 60 feet?
Yeah, it's 60 feet.
He's 65.
He's wait, where? Which guy? Oh, that guy. Never mind, I'm lying.
Oh, that's
Okay.
unfortunate.
And I'm not gonna cast.
Wait, but
Severe.
can't you move?
It's not her turn.
Yeah, it's not my turn.
Oh.
Unless, well. Alright, I will just try.
So as he fires that bolt, he watches it as it travels, and satisfied
should
that it
step
made
5
its
feet
mark,
forward.
he begins to reload his crossbow, and he stays where he is.
He should step 5 foot forward.
Question.
He's
Can
having a
you s-
great old time up there.
Can you still make an attempt to do things out of your range with a disadvantage?
It really depends on what it is. Spells, not really.
Okay.
What if I,
Just
like,
wondering.
Fell 5 feet
I'm
forward.
sure there are DMs who allow that, but
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
like
think that's the-
bows and shit.
so bows actually have 2 ranges, like a lot of ranged weapons do.
Yeah.
Spells don't really have those 2 ranges, but a lot of ranged weapons like bows and throwing knives and hand axes and stuff have 2 ranges already, and that sort of represents that. So bows have a really, really long range, usually like something like 150, and they take it with disadvantage, so they can really shoot far away targets, but they have a little bit of a harder time.
Okay.
And then as they
Right.
level up, they can actually make that even better. They can get some traits that help with their range. Longbows have crazy range.
Goddamn.
Yeah, so he will end his turn just chilling up here. He's having a grand old time on the upper layer, so I think he'll stay. Which will bring us to this fellow here, who's kind of feeling the pain from that Eldritch Blast. He's a little beat up. But he's going to poke his head out of this tent here. And he's going to... what's his range? There we go. Not bad.
Hmm.
He's going to shoot a globule of acid at you, Ezekiel.
Oh. Very
So
cool.
make a dex save for me. On the left side of your
Oh.
character sheet, there's that little box of saves. Find the one that
Yes.
says dex and roll that one.
Two.
All right. So that would be a failure.
Oh.
So
Yep.
you are going to take. You're going to take 4 acid damage as you feel some of this globule splash against you and begin to sort of burn at your skin.
Man. Alright.
And then he will just sort of tuck his way back behind this tent here. That's working out well for them, so I think they're just going to keep doing that. No reason to change tactics if it's working. Which will bring us to Ezekiel's turn. So Ezekiel, you feel that acid begin to burn at you, but you push the pain out of your mind and are ready to act. What would you like to do?
Hold on, I gotta look at my spells.
Farewell? Yeah. I don't mind
Okay.
speaking through your spells again.
Oh wait, this is also a bonus action. Okay, so like a bonus action, if
Mhm.
I want to do 2 spells that are bonus actions, can I just do one as like the non-bonus action, or like?
So the way that spells work is you can do 2 sort of casting during your turn, but one has to be a spell and one has to be a cantrip. You can't cast 2 spells that use spell slots within your same turn.
Okay.
Unless you have some sort of quickening trait or other thing like that, but you don't. So you'd have to cast a cantrip and a spell that uses a spell slot. So anything above first level uses the spell slots, right? So that list of cantrips there, if you have any bonus actions there, which you actually don't, you could use those and a spell, or you could use one of the cantrips that's an action, and one of the cantrips that's a bonus, or one of the spells that's a bonus action on your turn. But it can't be 2 spells.
Okay. Because both of these say they're bonus actions. I want to cast.
Which spell?
No, wait. Sorry, I'm just trying to read these.
No worries.
I'm trying to figure out what. So, Shield of Faith.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm going to cast.
So you pick a target on your team for that spell who is within that 60-foot range that it says there, which is all of your party members right now. So you can pick any of the 3 of them, or even yourself. And then you would grant it +2 AC for as long as you can keep up that concentration. So all that would do is make somebody who's kind of easy to hit a little harder to hit.
Oh, okay. Can I cast Healing Word on myself?
Mhm.
Okay. Well, I would like to throw a dagger at the snake first.
If you want to move slightly forward, you can do that.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot.
Make it easier
20
on you.
feet.
Yeah, it's 20
Okay.
feet. So just take 2 little steps forward there, and you'll be well within range to not make that attack with disadvantage. And that doesn't affect your actions and bonus actions. You can take it all.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I would like to throw a dagger.
Yep. All right, you rear back and send your dagger
I
spinning
rolled-
towards the serpent.
I rolled a 4.
All right. So your dagger instead glances off a few of the scales along the serpent's length and clatters to the floor. I'm going to place it for you right here.
Okay.
So if you want, you can run over and pick that up on any of your other turns, or do it after you end combat, whatever you want. Just reminding you that
Or
it's
wait,
there.
I was supposed to roll a d4 for that, right?
No. Was that what you
Oh,
rolled?
well, that's what I did.
Okay, we'll
so,
redo that then.
what am I rolling for it?
So you'll have in your inventory, or rather in your actions list there where you see dagger,
Yeah.
the d4 is the damage roll.
Okay.
So that you'd only do that if you hit. So there's basically 2 rolls for everything that you do. So you would roll to see if you hit the person. Then once I say yes you did or no you didn't, if I say yes you did, then you would roll again on that damage dice there next to it, and that would show how much damage you do. So your to hits are always d20s plus that little modifier. So if you just click that little +2,
I just got a 22.
there you go. So your dagger makes its mark. So now you roll to see
Yeah.
how much damage you do.
Okay. Should I roll again for damage or?
Yeah, go ahead, roll again.
Okay. Four.
Very well. All right. So your dagger finds a gap in the scales of the serpent and sinks itself in, and is now stuck to the serpent. So just remember that your dagger is lodged in this serpent now.
Very cool. And then
And
I
it
would
takes,
like to.
4 piercing.
Yeah.
Very well.
And then I would like to cast Healing Word, Wait. Yeah, Healing Word on myself.
All right.
Which I got a 4.
Nice roll.
Cool. And
So
I guess at the
you
end.
spend a moment to focus on yourself and tend to those burns that you just received from the acid. And you focus your healing magic and you feel those burns begin to fade. They kind of fade visibly from your skin and you feel the pain fade as well.
Cool.
So that was a busy turn, but you do still technically have some movement left if you wanted to run around. Because don't forget, you can break up your movement. So if you wanted to jump forward, throw your dagger, and run back, that's perfectly viable as well, right?
I think I would like to just move back beside Net and then
Yep.
be done.
That's perfectly fine. Just remember that you just have the 30 feet of movement, and you can use that however you want and break it up as many times as you want. So
Okay.
you don't have to use all of it. You can use all of it at once. You can do whatever you want.
Cool, thank you.
So there you go. That's basically how turns work. You just have a bunch of stuff you can do, and you can do it in any order.
Yeah.
So that was a very good, busy turn. You got a lot done.
Yeah.
All right. That'll bring us back to this fellow here. Right here. Is he even close to anybody? Not particularly. He's going to run a little closer. He's bearing down on you, Tsutsulu, holding his sword in one hand. And he sprints up, but doesn't quite get close enough to strike you yet, and will focus his mind on just dodging.
I think that it is
do that
it is really funny that he is just standing there like, bro, you gonna do something?
No.
You gonna do something to stand
Seems to
there?
be.
Oh, stand there.
Which will bring us to this lady here. I feel the aching in your brain fade, Balbella. That headache that you were given that sort of rattled you fades away, and you feel yourself be able to focus once more. About as much as you can with a giant snake wrapped around your torso. She's going to... she's going to see what this guy's doing. He's running up to Tsutsulu. She's going to try to actually tag team with her own guy. And she's going to level her staff at Tsutsulu. And you hear her just sort of call out and say, "Heed my words." And then you are going to make a wisdom save, Tsutsulu.
I'm gonna cry.
You are
What
pretty
is
good
that?
at those, though.
Huh. Oh, that's a 14.
That's good enough.
Okay.
So as she said, "Heed my words," you felt them just start to like echo around in your head, as if they were just filling your entire mind.
I
But
think that I'm so
you
good
sort of scrunch up your eyes for a second and just force them out of your head. And to her surprise, she
You
seems
just
a little
completely
bit
not saying.
seems a little bit startled, but you just no thoughts, head empty, and force her out of your mind.
I think that after having to listen to you like a while, I'm just kind of used to it.
You're very used to words rattling around in your brain, and you know how to block them out. So you force
like,
her
"Hey,
back.
yo."
You force her back out of your mind. You felt her like almost have this sort of persuasive quality to her voice, but you force it away, and she does nothing to you.
All right.
So she will then tuck herself back away again, and it's Lynette's turn now.
Peeking around the tent, how tall are these crates?
Standing on that middle crate there, you'll be able to climb your way up.
All right. Actually, I gotta measure for.
Yeah, don't forget you can move diagonals and stuff like that. Lunette, I would not be against you doing that.
Oh, okay.
That diagonal, if you wanted to cut a little closer. It's just like some tent flaps. You can kick them out of the way when you run.
All right. But as I get here, I am going to. Let me see here. Yeah, I am going to spend 2 sorcery points to quicken spell a color spray here
Very well.
to try and just hit this guy and the snake.
Yep.
Do you know how that works already?
In the corners of my brain, but I am not pulling them up right now, but I can read it.
It's pretty much just like sleep,
Just-
but
Is
it's
it
a
a...
60.
yes. Okay, roll
it's blank.
roll your numbers then.
Come on, big money, no whammies. Big money, no whammies. $32.
Very well. That's right, everybody. It's math time. Gotta love you always taking those DM has to do math spells. I really appreciate that. Thanks. Alrighty. So your color spray. Actually, do I have a color spray? I might actually have a color spray. You guys will probably like this. So your color spray sort of blasts out in a cone in front of you, of just all sorts of multicolored lights, and flashes across the faces of this fellow here, as well as the snake behind him. Where is it? I swore I had one. There we go. Cool.
Pock.
Alrighty.
Ooh, I like that interpretation.
Ah, it's right at the wrong. There we go. Alright, so we'll do it about that. Blast out and hit those two. So your blast hits this fellow here, shining right in his eyes, and you see him just sort of reel back and blink as he is blinded by the spell. But it seems as though his body might have blocked a lot of the colorful light, because it actually does not hit the snake.
It's something.
So this fellow here is blinded. There's nothing
That
else
also,
here,
that also means he can't dodge now, right? Because you have to be able to see the attacker for that.
right? I think I can reread the wording on it just to make sure. There we go. Dodge, dodge, dodge. Indeed, yeah, you're right.
Woo! Attacks against him also advantage, everybody. And I'm going to then continue to the crates.
Very well. Quite a turn.
Yeah.
So, moving along, that brings us to Valbella. So you are currently wrapped up by this snake here. It has its sort of tail coiled around your torso, and your arms are sort of above the coil, so you can actually still move your arms, Valbella. You just can't.
Even go.
You just can't actually move. But you can make the save if you want. It would just use your action.
Oh, dirty 20.
On your strength save?
Yeah.
Alright, so that does use
Wait,
your action.
shit. Hold on. Strength. Can I do strength saves from the top, or does it have to be the saving throw modifiers?
It would depend on what your modifiers are. If they're identical, I don't care.
Oh, they're identical.
Then I don't care.
Okay, cool.
So you use your action to kind of press your gauntlets into the space in between the serpent's scales and your armor, and just sort of flex your muscles and pull it away from you.
Oh, if only Tasha could see me now.
And you manage to pry the snake just enough to slip out of its grasp, and you manage to just kind of hop out of the coil that it wrapped around you. So you are now free. You have used your action, but you're still free to use all your movement now, as well as any bonus actions you may want to do.
I gotta check my. I gotta check my bonus actions really quick. What do I have as a bonus action?
Very
Oh! Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. As soon as I get out of the snake's grasp, I'm gonna go invisible. I'm gonna use Hidden Step.
Very well.
Okay. Okay. Oh, I don't. Oh, but I can't pull a rogue. Because I'm not a fucking rogue. But, God.
Makes
okay,
sense.
hold on. Yeah. Oh, now I get to think about what I want to do here. While I am invisible, I want to move into the tent. Like, in it.
Dive into the tent. You'd have to sort of do that from the front unless you want to get tangled up in the tent itself.
Yeah.
So just to keep you sort of on your path, you would have to take that front entrance. It doesn't really change too much. You can totally do it, but
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll run in through here.
all right.
Also, I
Um,
am aware that this is a wall.
The snake will attempt to just lash out at you as you disappear, just sort of flailing its tail wildly. It will make it with disadvantage.
Okay.
The first roll was terrible. It was a 6, so it's not hitting you. So it lashes out wildly. The rest of you see it just swing, kind of cracking some of the tiles along the floor as it does so. But you manage to duck right under it as it sails right over your head, and then you dive headfirst into this tent, Valbella. And
That's me, baby.
most of the
That's
people
me.
here have completely lost sight of you.
Yeah, because this is a wall, isn't it? So even if I do go uninvisible, there are holes in it, and I'm big.
There are
but-
pretty significant holes in it, yeah.
But you can Kool-Aid Man out of it, a little dramatically.
Yeah,
I
I'd
have
use
plans.
your environment interaction if you wanted to tear out of it.
I know. I'll get there. I'll figure it out.
What's the duration on that invisibility? It's just like 6 seconds, isn't it?
Start
Start of your next turn, which makes it 6 seconds.
Yeah.
Very well, then you remain invisible until your next turn.
Cool.
So if that is the end of your turn,
Mm-hmm.
then the snake, you see it sort of, the rest of you, as Valbella kind of dived into the tent, but the rest of you see it sort of spin around looking for where its prey went, but it doesn't find it, and will instead slither its way towards Cecilia. And Cecilia is going to attempt to bite you as it just sees a weird-looking human.
Cool beans.
All right, you are AC 11,
Yep.
and that will be a 13.
So
So it's going to do 4 piercing as you feel it sink its fangs into you. That was actually a really low roll. You got lucky on that one. And then it will also cause...
What do you mean also?
It will also cause an additional 4 poison damage, but you'll cut that in half. The snake was not aware that you are a UNT, and is dealing poison damage to you because you look like a human.
Beans. Can I cast Hellish Rebuke as a bonus action? Also,
may.
no.
As a reaction. So that's just 2 poison damage to Kofi.
Yeah, no. Oh. Well, I know I have 6 total, so let me just do some math here. For some reason, there we go.
Yes, Cecilia is at 6 health.
I am.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
Warlock's not tanky.
yeah. Let me cast Hellish Rebuke. Okay, so it's a dex save of 13.
Mhm.
For the snake.
He is not very... Oh, that was a natural 1. Roll your damage.
Nice. So that's gonna be 10 damage. And does that get an extra 2 fire damage added to it?
I believe that specifies once on your turn.
Oh, it's on my turn.
I
No,
think.
it says
You
that.
can check
Yeah, no,
that thing
it
and
says that, yeah.
Very well.
So 10
But as the serpent slithers its way towards Cecilio, Ezekiel, you have a very good view of this happening. It opens its jaws and sinks some of its fangs into Cecilio, who kind of puts up his arm to block it and is pierced by the fangs. And as the fangs pierce Cecilio, the entire snake just bursts into these hellish, blackish red flames.
Oh.
And
I'm actually really cool.
It travels from the head of the serpent where it bit into Cecilio and just goes all the way along to the tail in this big surge of flame. And the snake kind of writhes and reels along on the ground, squirming in pain.
Very neat.
Jokes on everyone. I'm really, really great. Just saying.
You are.
So
Yeah.
now the snake is just covered in these rather nasty looking burns.
Ew.
It looks actually decently beat up now. So actually, that will be the end of the snake's turn, and we will roll right back around to Cecilia's turn. So it's your turn again.
Sorry, I muted myself and then I couldn't get to my button. Okay. So, because I don't want to die, I'm casting False Life on myself.
Very well.
Yeah.
So-
So I'm gonna use up a spell slot on that.
Very well. For everybody else's sake, False Life casts temporary hit points, so not real hit points, which go away as soon as they're lost, and can't be recovered.
Yeah.
So they're sort of tacked onto the top. So just tell me how many you roll.
Let's find out. Well, that is 7 total.
It's pretty good.
So, how do I? So it says there's a little temp bar. Do I type in my total plus it, or just temp and then 7?
You type in just what you added as temp HP, so just the 7, and then if when you go to your little damage thing and you type in, let's say you took 4 damage, when you hit damage yourself, it will subtract from those
Okay.
first automatically.
It's gonna come out of the Okay.
Yeah, so
and
it'll do that
then-
before ever touching your real health. That's
Yep.
sort of the point of temp HP.
Okay.
And,
I just realized I've used up.
for reference, while we're talking about it, just so you guys are aware, temp HP doesn't stack. So if Cecilio cast that again on multiple turns, it wouldn't add; it would only replace. So if you
fun
cast,
can't.
another, I know that you can't, but I'm giving you an example.
Yeah.
If you cast multiple spells, like even different spells that all do temp HP, unless anything specifically says anything about that, it doesn't stack. So it would replace the current temp HP with whichever value you gave it. So if you rolled a worse temp HP roll on a new spell, it would remove the temp HP. So don't be aware of that. Just somebody has temp HP, leave them alone.
Okay. And then
But it doesn't affect
Oh.
normal healing. Normal healing still works.
I can still move, right?
You can, but you are within proximity of a monster.
Ugh. Oh.
And sadly, not a blinded one.
Unfortunately, yes.
Could have been okay. I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna go and see if I can run behind his. I know it's gonna take an opportunity attack. I know. I'm gonna just boink my way. If I can't, am I allowed to go past? Like, if he's standing there, still go past him, or would I be like running?
What's that?
Like, if I wanted, so let's say I wanted to get behind Ezekiel, would I be able to do that? Like, would I be able to run through his face without, like, just
Yes.
running
You
into
can
him?
you can run through allies because it's implied that you would just tell them to move or duck as you jump over him or something like that. You
Okay.
can't do it to enemies as they would probably attempt to block you. So you have to move around enemies, but you can run straight through allies.
Okay. Alright, that's, yeah. So I'm gonna I guess, try to run behind him. I know this
No,
thing's
I'm gonna
take
block you.
Fuck you. Later,
So you
loser.
will take an attack of opportunity from the snake
Yeah.
as you turn to run. But it rolls a 7.
I think it deserves that. After all it's done to me.
So I think it's probably still hurting a little bit from its wounds and hasn't quite picked itself up again to strike at you as you turn to duck back behind Ezekiel.
Yeah, I think that's a snake problem. Anyway, that's the end of my turn.
Very well. So next act will be the fellow up here. I think this guy's he's having a grand old time. He's just like, he's sitting down on the edge here. He's whistling a little song to himself. But he's going to load that crossbow and fire another bolt. I think standing up on this ledge, the best shot he's got now that you guys are way back here is Luna.
Ah, peanuts.
So he loads a strange-looking arrow into his crossbow and
Oh, no.
fires it at Luna. That is an 18. So you are going to take 2 piercing as this arrow strikes you, but this is an odd arrow, and it actually shatters it as it hits you and bursts into a puff of flame
Oh.
and will set your clothing on fire. So you're going to take an additional 2 fire damage, and you are now on fire. So that's 4 total damage.
Yep.
And
Figlio di puttana.
the rest of you see Lunette just burst into flames.
That seems like their business.
There you go. Satisfied that he hit his mark, he'll begin reloading another one, and end his turn. Which will bring us to this fellow here, who's going to have to sort of maneuver a little bit. He can't quite hit any of his targets anymore. So he takes some steps out from his little hidden area in the tent there to get a better angle on Ezekiel. And Ezekiel, he will angle his staff at you, and you feel this pressure against your brain start to build as you will now make an int save for me.
Wait, a what save?
Intelligence. So
Oh,
INT.
Oh, yeah. I got an 8.
Alright. So you feel that pressure build and then spike across your brain in a sharp, sort of blinding pain that rattles your
Fantastic.
brain. And so you take, well, really lowballed his dice. So you take 1 psychic damage,
Nice.
but your brain is also rattled.
I'm just so smart. Couldn't get through it.
So you feel your head sort of spin slightly, though you didn't take too much actual damage. So that will be the end of his turn. So we will move on to your turn, Ezekiel. So you're still a little rattled, but you're otherwise okay and can act as you wish on your turn.
Ooh. Okay, so I think yeah, well, I would like to, oh wait. Where did... Oh, I did not recognize Cecilio's thing.
True, I keep forgetting that's Cecilio as well.
It's like, oh, there is an enemy next to me.
But that is Cecilio, and as you look over at Cecilio, let's just say that Cecilio's disguise is reflecting some damage there. As there's no reason that it technically would, but we can say that it does.
Yep. Wait, so do I not have my dagger now?
Your dagger's still lodged in the serpent, but you still have all your other weapons. They're just not really throwing weapons.
Yeah, that would be the issue.
But they do substantially more damage.
That is very true.
You just gotta be careful because you're got 2 enemies here. But this dude is sort of, you see him glancing around. He's like blinking rapidly and sort of looking around. You see him just occasionally like swipe with his sword at the air and not hit anything. He's very much obviously obscured vision.
Okay. I think I would like to first cast Healing Word on Cthulhu.
Okay, I think that might use your last spell slot, just so you're aware.
Oh wait, how low is Cthulhu?
Cecilia is at, I think, 6. Cecilia is pretty beat up.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on, sorry. The temp HP. I forgot about the temp HP. So it's 13 total, so that's a little bit better.
Well.
Alright,
yeah, okay.
If you want my opinion as the DM, I would say Cecilia is fine.
Okay.
Just to give you a better idea of when somebody's okay with HP. If they're below half, which Cecilia technically really isn't with the temp HP, then you might start to worry about them, depending on how much total HP they have. But
right.
Cecilia is like at about sort of 2/3 ish. So Cecilia is alright.
Okay, I would like to, I think, get within 5 feet of the blinded dude.
Okay, so that would be kind of here. If you stepped here, then both of these guys would be attacking you, so that would be kind of dangerous, right? So just keep in mind where you're standing.
Yeah, and I would like to use my Warhammer.
Alrighty. Don't forget about your little War Priest trait that you have.
Oh, I do not know what that is.
It isn't necessary for this because you already used a bonus action, but it would let you cast a spell that required an action and then attack as your bonus action. That's your ability as a War Priest.
Very cool.
So if you ever cast a spell that's an action, keep in mind that you can burn one of your War Priest slots there to also swipe with your hammer.
Okay.
Doesn't affect this turn. I just wanted to bring it up.
Yeah, thank you. I got a 14.
That'll hit.
And wait.
You're making that with advantage anyway, so it hits already, so you don't need to roll twice.
Or do I need to roll for damage?
Yes, so you hit him, so then you roll your damage die.
There's one, it's saying to do well, there's an option for D8 and D10,
So what that means is the D10 is if you're holding it with both of your hands and swinging with 2 hands, and the D8, so the smaller one, is for one-handed swings. I think we presumed from the beginning of this fight that you were wielding your shield, I believe. Let me just double check to see what you have.
Alright.
No, you do not have your shield equipped, so this would be a 2-handed blow.
Okay, so
roll the bigger one, yes. Just keep in mind that actually buffs up your AC, so if you think that you're going to get hit, you might want to actually equip that shield. It'll make you less likely to get hit.
Oh, I got a 3.
That's 3 for damage. That's not great, but it is. Nope. It's better than a 1.
Okay. Cool.
So you smash him as he's it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. But in considering the dice that Ezekiel is rolling, it's on the lesser side.
A little bit unfortunate.
But you do smash into this guy as he's sort of scanning around, trying to find people in his darkness, I suppose.
That's so sad for him. Okay, and then I guess I'll just like step back a little and end my turn.
If you step back, then it will technically give him AOP. He would just kind of swing at what he thinks hit him. He does have imposed disadvantage on pretty much everything because he's blinded right now. So it'd be harder for him to hit you, but just know that when you step out of his range, people get attacks on you.
Okay.
So if you want to still do that, that's okay, but just keep in mind that anytime you step out of somebody's like direct melee range, they're probably going to take an opportunity attack on you.
Okay, I'll just stay there, I guess.
Okay.
And yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Alright. So it is actually his turn. So he's still blinded, and he's going to swipe at the direction that he just received a blow from, which is technically your direction, Ezekiel, but he's going to be making it with not great rolls because he's blinded. So he will miss you. as he has the
Fantastic.
imposed disadvantage and his roll was lower. So he swipes at you with his sword, but you just manage to quickly move out of the way, seeing it coming, because he's sort of just frantically swiping at nothing. These are not targeted, precise swipes. So you
Yeah.
manage to duck out of the way, and it just sails right over your head.
Astounding.
Ezekiel didn't move back, no.
Oh, sorry.
I was just clarifying for Cecilia.
Oh, yeah.
So he misses you, and that is his turn.
I'm so sorry. So it's
Alright. So that'll bring us to, I think, this lady. Yeah. Then Luna. I thought it was Luna, but it's that lady. Alrighty. Let's see the range. You're in range. You're in range. You're in range. Everybody's in range, and she doesn't know where Valbala is. So she will aim at probably just the closest target, I think. Yeah, so she's gonna go for Ezekiel.
oh.
So she will use she'll burn another spell slot. She's gonna try this again. She's going to shout out these echoing, loud words to you, and you will have to make a wisdom save for me. So Wiz, W-I-S.
All right.
You guys have lots of spell slots too.
I got a 21.
All right,
Very cool.
all right, then you save. So you feel these words echo around your head, and they begin to influence your behavior. They seem to almost start to rob you of free will, and you just sort of shake your head and just kind of force them back out again.
I just simply am not affected. Feel different.
Exactly. Just built different. And so you force these thoughts back out, and she just seems incredibly frustrated that her spells aren't working. You just,
Yeah, it's
Valbala,
her
from
spell,
inside the tent, you just hear her curse in Yuan-Ti. So that'll bring us to Lunette. Lunette, you are on fire.
Yeah, putting myself out would be an action, right?
It would if you want to guarantee your success. Otherwise, you will make a dex save to do it for free.
Oh, well, I do have good decks. Do I just do that now then, or at the end of my turn?
Yes, you would understand it, Valbala. That's why I said you understand it. But
Would I
I
make the
can't
save?
make up curse words off the top of my head. That's why I didn't say it.
Would I make the save now or at the end of my turn?
Right now.
Okay. The very slow dice, as usual, I guess. That is a 21.
All right. So at the top of your turn, you just flail your arms wildly on top of this crate here, and the the movement of your arms causes enough wind to extinguish the flames, and you are now free to take your turn without taking any more fire damage. That fire is put out.
Yeah, okay, so she's gonna climb up and then, to avoid the archer, literally just go prone and roll under the table.
Very well. You just dive under this table. There's some old empty whiskey bottles under here. That's about it.
Okay. Also, from here, can I tell? You said the guy's shackled. Is he like chained to the chair that he's on?
Yeah. So as you pull yourself up, you see that man. He's seated on the floor, kind of with his legs out in front of him, leaning against the wall, and his hands are kind of behind him.
Oh,
And you can see that he's kind of beat up. He's sitting on the stone floor.
I see. That's my turn, I think.
All right. So you dive under the table. You just see him kind of shoot you like a incredulous look as you duck under this table after flailing around on fire for a moment.
Actually, you know what? Wait, I'm gonna like try and drag him under the table with me for
All
cover.
right. I would say that would definitely take some sort of roll for you, as strength isn't really your strong suit.
Strength roll then.
Strength or athletics, whichever you have a higher one in. Probably the same.
Probably the
She's
same.
still blessed,
Right?
yeah? She's still blessed.
I am still blessed.
You get a plus
you,
D4.
Oh, but that's for saving throws.
You are, but it's for saves and attack rolls.
Darn.
But, like, is she doing it? She's not doing a save, though. It's just
No.
a check.
This
Okay,
is just
never
a
mind.
roll. It's a
Alright,
check.
doing a
Back to
check.
silent.
Yeah. So make your roll in.
$14.
All right. So you start to drag him. You kind of get your way a little closer to him and start to just sort of pull at his shirt to drag him under the table too. And as you start to pull him, you see that the manacles behind him are fastened to a chain that is fastened to the wall. And you just sort of yank at him and pull his arms at an awkward angle. And he goes, "Ah, what are you doing?" As you just sort of wrench at his arms, almost forcing them out of the socket.
Oh, sorry,
That's
sorry.
awful.
Okay, she's gonna scoot back. That didn't work.
All right, so that's the end of your turn. Which will bring us to Valbella, who, like a wolf in the grass, is ready to enact her plan. Let's see it.
Hi. Hi. So I remembered the thing that you just told me about, interact with objects, environment, whatever.
Yeah, which are free.
I would like to take my mace.
Okay.
And shred the tent right at the middle. And as I like fade into visibility, I want to bring my mace down right on top of her head, like
All right. You have to, of
with
course,
my
step forward to do that, but
yeah.
of course, yeah. All right. So I would use your free environment interaction to just sort of shred right through this already very tattered tent, and just
Yeah.
appearing out of thin air, you bring your mace straight down on top of her. So make your attack roll.
Oh please, oh please, oh please, please! I want this to be cool.
Whack-a-mole, yeah.
20.
Was that a nat 20?
20.
Nice.
Holy shit! Holy shit!
I mean, that accurately reflects the fact that she did not see this coming. So roll your
Oh
damage.
my god!
And
I got a 24 in total. Holy shit!
you
Oh
rocking
my
a
god!
smite on this one?
Oh my god! Huh?
Are you doing some smiting?
Oh shit! Oh, I don't know. Shit,
Should I
dude.
smite? Oh my god! Can I?
It would be hilarious. It
Uses
would
a
be
spell
really
slot.
fun.
That's all you need to know.
I'm gonna smite.
It would
smite.
add to your crit. I'm just asking. I'm not saying it's a good idea. I'm just asking. It's up to you.
Oh, I think I'm gonna save the smite for the snake.
Farewell.
Okay, so that
Would be
means I
kind of
get.
cool though. I'm just kidding. I'm just teasing.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna smite. I'm gonna
Okay,
smite.
Go for it then.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
smite it.
Why not? Make it
Yeah.
look cool.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so then that means I do. So if I get 2d8 from the divine, does that mean I get 8d8?
What's your normal roll?
My normal roll is 2d8. Oh wait.
So
just
you're
said
attacking
2d8.
with your Morningstar, which is 1d8. It was saying 2d8 because it knew you crit, and it changed it to that. So that would add that. So
Oh.
it's a 4d8 is for your full smite plus crit.
Okay, cool.
So roll your 4d8 plus 4.
Oh my god. I'm about to slaughter this woman!
I don't think she's living through this one. I got bad news for you, lady.
2. Oh, wait. Oh, that's a 6? That's a 10? A 5? And a 9.
Okay, add that all up and give me that number.
So, fuck, how do I pull my dice rolls back up?
It
It's
should
a
be in the
little
log.
button next to the campaign name.
Target acquired.
I see, I
Holy
see.
shit.
Okay, so 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, I believe.
30 damage?
30 damage.
Half that's radiant, but it doesn't really matter. She doesn't have any resistances. All right.
Oh my god.
So you bring your Morningstar down on her head and just feel a crunch as she just sort of collapses under the weight of it. And as she collapses, just her entire body and the entire sort of stone tiles around here just blast upwards in this like blinding radiant light, and it illuminates part of the entire sewer cavern around you guys. You can see it from everywhere. I think even this blind dude could see it. Actually, this guy's not even blind anymore.
Oh yeah, that ends at the end of my next turn. So yeah, he's
There
good.
you go. He's good. That's a good reminder. Thank you. But everybody just sort of sees this bright light from behind this tent, just sort of blast out with this hiss of radiant light as this woman is just first crushed under the weight of a Morningstar, then completely just roasted to a
Obliterated.
crisp by divine light, and she's now just a pile of ashes on the floor. She just,
Oh.
I'm not even gonna X her out, I'm gonna delete her.
I've sent her to like a whole separate realm.
My god.
Alright.
She's being judged by the gods now. She's being judged by my god, the Wildfather.
Alright, so you erase her from this plane of existence and still technically have some movement. What do you want to do?
Oh my god, I do. Wait, holy shit. Can I? Okay.
Yeah, suits that well.
Yeah. I want to move up behind this guy. Like right behind him. Does he look over at the girl that just like faded from existence?
Everybody just sort of turned around for a moment, even if they just kind of swung their head around to look at what that blinding flash of light was. I don't know
Okay.
I don't know that he would even really understand what just happened though. He
Okay,
definitely knows
Val-
that his friend does not exist anymore.
Valbella's gonna she's gonna rush up to this guy like with her mace and her mace in front of her shield because she's got her shield prep. And she's gonna run up to him. Fuck, what's a language that nobody screaming in primordial? Does anyone speak primordial? God, please tell me no one speaks primordial.
No, I
Please.
picked that up. You're gonna have to roleplay it. No, I'm kidding.
No.
Thank
Nobody
God.
does.
Woo! But it's
Alrighty.
not primordial.
So that's the end of your turn. Then let's move on. To the snake. I think this snake has a bit of a vendetta against Sutilio because Sutilio has caused a significant amount of damage against it. So I think it's going to pursue, but it's going to it's not an intelligent beast, so it is just going to dash right at which will give Ezekiel, that'll give you an AOP if you want to use yours.
Wait.
So
what?
basically, that is whatever weapon you have in your hands, as long as it is a weapon and not a spell. You need a feat to be able to do it with spells. When something passes within range of that weapon, which for you is 5 feet, so when it passed right here and then tried to leave, that would give you an opportunity to make one single attack with that weapon. So you're holding a two-handed warhammer there, so you can just make one single warhammer attack.
Yeah, I would like to do that.
Very well. So all that uses is your reaction, which is something that you have basically. It's a resource you have outside of your own turn. And it's mostly used for attacks of opportunity, so spending it on attack of opportunity is a pretty good use of it.
Okay.
But basically, now if this guy ran away from you, you couldn't use it until your next turn. You couldn't do it again, is sort of the idea. It's sort of once in between your turns.
Yeah, I see.
Alright, so roll to hit
and
to
so
see if
I
you hit
just
the snake.
roll normally for that?
Yeah, it's just a normal
Yeah.
attack.
Okay. I got a 19, and then...
Alright, you smash your warhammer into it as it charges straight at Cecilia.
And then for damage, I got 7.
Alright. So Cecilia, you see this
What?
snake turn towards you and bare its fangs at you, and then just sort of lunge right at you. Cecilia is
Oh,
talking.
sorry. Oh.
I'm literally just sitting here. Yeah, no, I was gonna say I'm literally.
And
just-
as it lunges towards you, Ezekiel just quickly reacts and sort of like almost golf swings with the warhammer and smashes into the side of it and sends it sort of reeling.
Yeah.
And instead of lunging straight at you, it sort of smashes against this wall instead, but still manages to make it to you as the 7 damage didn't kill it.
This is literally so sad.
So as it reaches you, it
fuck this
didn't manage to dash straight at you, and it kind of bashed up against the wall, but it's still within biting distance, and it is going to attempt to sink its fangs into you again.
I might
There's,
die.
There's no reason why it would be able to puzzle out why its poison didn't work on you. It's a dumb beast.
Alright.
So it's going to make a roll against you,
Yeah,
which will hit you.
yeah. That 11 AC really coming in clutch. Not.
Yeah, spellcasters tend to get hit when they get into melee range.
What's the name?
So that will deal you another 5 piercing and 1 poison damage. It rolled a
I'm
2
gonna
and it cut it in half.
Shit my pants.
So that'll be 6 total, subtracting from your temp HP first.
So I now have 7 health total, everybody. Just
Indeed, as this large
Yeah.
snake reels itself up before you, ready to strike again.
yeah,
But
just
that is
wanted to put that out there.
that is the end of its turn, which will actually bring it to your turn.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can bash this bitch. I still have bless. Yeah.
Mhm.
Do I have to?
I
pick
didn't make too
whether
many
or
of you
not-
roll it so far because nobody's really needed it. You guys have
Yeah.
hit
Do
most of them.
I choose to roll it after I make my attack roll or before?
It's just automatic. You're not wasting it by using it, so just roll it every time. If you automatically hit without also rolling it after, I usually just don't make you do the extra roll because it doesn't matter.
Okay, well, I'm gonna try to
So you would just roll to hit and then add that amount. Your
What is
little
it?
D4.
How is the snake doing? How is it doing?
It's covered in burns from your hellish rebuke.
Does it look almost dead?
It is significantly torn up. It's missing whole patches of scales.
I think that it is a personal problem. So let's say I wanted to use my bless on. Well, I'm not using it for anything. I'm not consuming it. So I'll just use it. I haven't been rolling it because so I'll roll it with this one. So I'll roll the. So I roll for hit and then roll another d4 on top of that. If I
Yeah, so
want.
you'd roll to see if you hit, and then roll the d4 and add that to it. It's just like a little boost to all your attack rolls, basically.
Ooh, okay,
is
I
what
got a
bless does.
13.
And then you would roll to add to it.
And roll a d4 to add to that. Bulk. Alright, that's a 16 total.
You can kind of think of it a little bit like what Koja was doing when Koja was giving you Bardic Inspiration.
Yeah.
Only it's a smaller dice, but it doesn't consume it like Bardic Inspiration does.
I see. So you have okay.
It stays up for as long as Valbella can hold her concentration.
Okay, I get it. Okay, yeah. So I got a 16 total. So I'm assuming that hits.
Yes, of course that is. So you're attacking with what?
Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
So that's that is a whopping 10 damage. Let's go. Oh yeah, max damage. Everybody bow down to me.
Woo!
The best warlock. I'm so good at this game.
Hey, let me just have something for a sec. What's the specific wording on Eldritch Blast? It's
Hold on, now I have to go look. I was getting up to close. I might hit myself.
yeah, Eldritch Blast is ranged attack spell, so attacking from melee would force disadvantage on that.
So I have to roll it again.
Indeed, yeah.
Can I still take that 10 damage, please?
You can still
Please.
get the +4 on the next roll as well. Like it's just a +4 across whatever your rolls are. So
Oh, so that would have been a 14. So can I take that 14? Can I take that?
what do you mean?
Well, I rolled so I know I have to roll again to hit because it's a disadvantage.
Yeah.
But I rolled a 10 damage originally, so that would be well, not 14. I have to roll another. Be 11 to 14. Can I take that 11 to 14?
I don't know what you're talking about. Just roll again.
Okay, I'll roll again. Yep. All right. Well, that is a 14 to hit, and then I'm gonna.
Doesn't matter then. You hit no matter what. So
well then,
we'll
never mind.
keep your original damage.
Got it. So
Hog.
that was 10 already, and then I have to add the D4, right? Because the bless.
No, bless doesn't
No.
affect damage, but what
It doesn't. Oh, okay.
but what does affect damage is your genie's blessing.
Yeah. So
it'll
that's gonna be
it'll
a
be 12.
12 damage. Sorry if you guys can hear my fan. I'm just closing the window.
So as this serpent rears up again to sink its fangs into you once more, you quickly hit it with an Eldritch Blast right in its open mouth, which just causes it to just lash out and reel, slamming its tail against the walls and just sending pieces of tiles everywhere, and then it falls to the ground dead.
I think the snake can get fucked.
Woo!
There's our first death. The first thing we managed. Well, not first. First, not immediate. Just the floors the fucking
Alright.
holy divine.
Anything else?
Yeah.
You still have movement and all that.
Yeah, I do. But I don't want to get shit on by my fucking crossbow, dude. I hate that guy. Let's see. You know what? I'm just gonna stay right here. I think I'm good. I'll stay here in the corner. Yep.
Okay. Then that'll roll us back around to Crossbow Guy, who will load up a normal crossbow bolt and fire it at Valbella. I wasn't expecting that one to hit, but that was a dirty 20. I really thought if you'd miss
No.
anybody, it would be Val, but
No, I'm using my shield. Fuck him. I know I can't. It's like
I mean, you are facing away from him, so I guess it would make sense that you have a bit of a better shot on you. But I really did expect that one to miss. We're gonna rename this guy Eagle Eye.
Then we're gonna rename him Broken Kneecap soon.
There we go.
how far away is he?
So that will kind of sink into your back as you weren't expecting to be hit by a crossbow bolt, and will cause you 3 piercing as the bolt sinks into your into a gap in your armor. And then because you took damage, Valbella, you're going to make a concentration save, which is just your con save. And all you have to beat is a 10.
17.
All right, so your concentration stays up, and bless is still provided to all your party members. And that's how that works.
Huh? What?
That was your concentration save to keep bless up.
Oh my god. Look at me go.
So you succeeded on it, and you kept your bless up. Otherwise, it would drop for everybody.
I am so sexy.
So concentration can be good if you keep it up for a long time, or if you manage to not get hit. But if you get hit right away, then you could lose it almost immediately. So concentration is a little bit hit and miss sometimes.
How much health do I lose?
So I think, what was it? Does anyone remember what I said?
3. I don't know.
It was 3 piercing, I think.
Was it actually?
I think it was 3 piercing. It might have been 4, but whatever, screw it.
If you had the chance to change your fate, would you?
Yeah, it was 3. Alrighty. So that'll be the end of his turn. He's sitting pretty up in his corner, so he's not moving. Which will roll us around to this guy here. Let's make a roll for his behavior. I sometimes like to do that for the enemies so that I don't like metagame you guys. Because like I know your plans and stuff like that, so I like to not always operate as if I know them. So I'm gonna make a roll for his behavior. So there I made a Constitution save for him to see if he was brave enough to stay put. He's not. So he's actually going to attempt to bail in this direction, Valbella.
Can I react? Can I react?
Of course.
I'm gonna react. What do I?
I
Just an
think seeing their giant serpent go down shook some of them.
So how do reaction attacks work?
So it is just whatever weapon you're holding in your hands, as long as it is not a spell. Just like your Morning Star, you would just make one single attack with it.
Okay.
So it's not on your turn, so it's not using any of your other kind of stuff with it. It's just sort of a single strike as he runs away.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna aim for the back of his knees as he runs by.
Very well. It won't change anything, but
Yeah.
if you want for flavor purposes, that's perfectly fine.
12.
A 12 to hit will actually hit, just barely.
Yes.
You nick the back of his kneecaps as he begins to turn, and dash
Baby,
off towards the
That's
stairs.
a 12. That's a 12 on damage.
Nice.
That's a 12 on damage. That's a 12 on damage.
He did not have a substantial amount of health, regardless. So you would have been fine with even half that. So as he begins to turn and run, he is caught by you as you sort of graze the back of his kneecaps with your Morning Star, and send him tumbling to the ground. And from what you see, he's sort of motionless, but you can actually hear him kind of gurgling. I don't think a blow to the back of his kneecaps would outright kill him. So he's death saving. But for all intents and purposes, he is very much knocked out. I just don't think that it would outright like obliterate the guy if you just attacked his kneecap. So he'll be making death saves, but it's the same thing.
That is a cruel and unusual punishment.
So because he got knocked out on his own turn, he is not doing anything else. He will just make a quick little death save, which he fails, so he has 1 failure. And we will move right on to Ezekiel. It's your turn now.
Cool. It's still very, very low.
Soots is a little beat up. You can kind of hear him like crouch down behind this tent, breathing pretty heavily. But the giant creature in front of him is now lying motionless on the floor. So it may be better to direct your attention elsewhere, as he isn't in any immediate danger.
I think I will
This is also gone,
smack
by
the
the way.
guy next to me again.
Very well. So you're still
Alright, well,
two-handing your Warhammer, so it will be that bigger damage die. But don't forget, you could also, if you want to still cast a spell that uses an action, you can bonus action your attack with War Priest.
Fantastic news. I rolled a 3.
All right.
So, yep.
So let me just reread War Priest for a sec. So you can burn that bonus action right now if you want to just attack again.
Okay.
That's how War Priest basically
So
works.
I can just like roll again.
Yeah, it would burn your bonus action.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
technically, to think about it like that, if you did do that on a turn, you wouldn't be able to heal with Healing Word. So just kind of keep that in mind, because you'd be using up that bonus action you need to Healing Word.
Yeah.
But if nobody's in any immediate danger, then maybe you want to double down on attacks, if you missed like you just did. So you burn that bonus action, use up one of your casts of War Priest there in your features and traits and stuff like that. You got 3 of them for long rest. So you would use up one of them and just roll another attack.
Okay. I got a 17.
All right, very well. That will hit. You don't need to roll your bless. It hits already. So roll your damage. That'll be the D10.
And I got 2 for damage.
Ouch.
Yep.
Mm.
But I guess better than nothing.
Another thing, you shouldn't forget your channel divinity as well. In between now and your next turn, just read that for me.
Okay.
It doesn't affect this turn really at all because you already hit. But
Okay.
in the future, you're gonna want that one because it's pretty handy for you.
Alright.
So you deal 2 bludgeoning with your warhammer and just kind of rattle him around a little bit. He's got some kind of bruises and he's got a little bit of blood trickling down his forehead, but he's still up and kind of ready to fight with you. He's not down yet.
Okay, cool. And
Yeah,
then
so just-
I wanna...
You can move, yeah, as well. It's not the end of your
Yeah,
turn, so
I'll
don't let me end your turn for you.
Oh, yeah. I'll probably just scoot back here a little bit.
Okay, you will take the A up, and he's not blind anymore, so he doesn't do it with disadvantage.
Alright.
But he doesn't. He rolls a natural 2, which with his modifiers will never make it anywhere close to you. So you're good.
Fantastic.
He swipes at you as you take a step back, but you manage to quickly step out of the way of his blade, and you make it away unscathed, ready to fight another day.
Ignore what I just rolled on
Thunderclap.
D&D. Yeah, ignore that.
I looked
Ignore
right
it.
over.
I was
at-
just trying to open it. I'm sorry.
I looked right over
Ignore
at
it.
my screen, and just as it
I'm
popped up,
sorry.
that's why I thought it was funny. Because I saw it pop up right as you say ignore it, so that's what made me chuckle.
It never
Um,
happened.
So as you end your turn, Ezekiel, he swipes at you once and misses you as you take a step back, and then he takes another step forward to swipe again. And this one will land on you.
Aw. Okay.
And so he slices at you and will cause 4 slashing damage as he finds a small gap in your armor and opens up a bit of a wound there.
Tragic.
So he's now right up in your face again. But that's all you can really do on his turn. So that'll bring us back to the sorcerer who no longer exists, which will roll us straight back to Lunette, who is still hiding under a table.
Okay.
Gosh, it does feel like ages, doesn't it?
I must be honest, I thought getting you out would be much simpler once I got up here. Okay,
Things-
I will be back.
Things never work out how you plan them.
Okay, I will be back. And she's gonna come out. And, fuck it, I'm just gonna dash up to the archer. Fuck. 30.
Okay.
Yep. And I can't do anything, but I am gonna be here because that means disadvantage on ranged attacks.
Very well. Then that'll bring us straight to Valbella. So Valbella, you quickly scan your environment, and you see Ezekiel locked in battle, exchanging blows with a burly-looking Yuan-Ti, and you see Lunette sprint up to the archer up on the upper tier. What do you want to do?
Character arc time, baby.
Okay.
Valbella, looking over, acknowledges the fight going on between Ezekiel and this individual, and there is a moment of consideration that crosses her expression. Not that Ezekiel would see it, probably, but she considers it for a moment, and then her eyes like swipe back to the dude who's just gurgling on the ground. How's he doing on saves, by the way?
Hasn't rolled around to his turn again yet.
Okay. Valbella, completely foregoing helping out her companion, she's going to walk up to the gurgling, bleeding corpse of the man with no kneecap, take the pointed end of her morning star, and slam the tip of it into his throat.
Oh.
The spiky bit of the spiky ball.
Yes. The very tip of it. Just right in his throat.
Alright, so any attack on a downed player is an automatic crit, and it just instantly takes away 2 of his death saves, so this guy is permadead now.
Cool. Should I roll to hit then?
And as Leo says, there goes your information. I'm just kidding.
Whoops.
I'm just kidding, you do what you want.
Uh,
Alright, so that would be an action to make that attack.
Oh my fuck. I got another fucking nat 20. I got another fucking nat 20.
On what? On what? Sorry, on what?
On the hit,
Oh, you'd hit him with a crit automatically.
it's double crit.
No, you just.
No, I know.
They don't have any health, so you don't really roll any damage. You just
Okay.
automatically crit them, and
That's
it takes away 2 death saves every time you hit them. And he already had one,
That's
so you just
so
instantly killed
cool.
him.
so I'm just so excited that I got another fucking nat 20. Anyway, I still
Should
have
have
some
saved it. You
movement,
gotta save
don't
it for
I?
the other guys. Can't be using all your nat 20s like that.
Yeah, jeez.
It's an important.
So that was
resource.
only 10 movement, right?
Yep. Yeah.
10. So Valbella's gonna get right underneath Eagle Eye.
All right. For the purposes of combat, we are considering you a normal human being. So you are still a little bit out of his reach right now.
Yeah. I mean,
so
he
you,
can't range me from right beneath him.
I mean, yeah, he could. It would
But
just
he's
be
got
harder.
Lunette to
It
deal
would just
with.
be yeah. He's
Yeah.
got the 2 of you to deal with. It would be harder for him, but he could definitely still shoot you there. All right. So if that's the end of your turn, then we roll back around to Soots. So Soots, the creature in front of you, has been defeated, and now you see Valbella sprinting off into the distance to go take care of the guy on the other side of the room, and you see
She's not
Ezekiel.
sprinting. She's walking menacingly.
Okay. And you see Ezekiel locked into battle with the other more burly Yuan Ti right up in front of you. What do you want to do?
I see. Ezekiel, do you look like you need help? Because you're not answering my text messages.
It's up to you.
Do you look distressed? Yes or no?
Probably a little tiny bit, but it's also probably also not super pressing. If you
What's
have
your health
something better to do. That's a good question.
Can you check?
I
10.
Where do I check said thing?
It's on your character sheet.
So your health is in the top right.
Cool, and I took 4 damage, right?
So you should be tallying that as you take the damage.
Oh, well,
I have you tallied right now at 10 damage, so just remove 5. To remove and add health, there's a little box next to your health that has like a heal and a damage button over it. You just type the amount that you took and then click damage or heal, depending on whether or not you took the damage or healed the health.
Okay, cool.
So
it
just
should
type
be
a
at
little
10.
5 there, type a little 5 there, and then hit damage, and it'll just subtract it for you. So you don't have to think, you don't have to do any subtraction in your mind. You just type how much damage you took and do it like that.
Fantastic. Yeah, I have 10
Yep, there you go.
health. So yeah, you can help me if you want, but there's something more pressing.
A little bit bloody, but perfectly substantial still. Holding strong.
It's like I'll think for a second. Well, how about this? Hold on, I have to. I know I don't have this much time to think in game, but because like I think to myself, I'm like, okay, no, these guys wouldn't do this. Yeah, they would do that because Jay would do that because he's a bitch like that. Just kidding. Heart emoji, love you, Jay. I think that I'm just gonna stay where I am, and I'm gonna. Okay, Jay, question. You don't mind? I have a question about Thunderclap, even though... Ignore that roll that I did. I do have a question.
Okay.
So I'm reading the description, and it says you created a burst of thunderous sound that can be heard up to 100 feet away. Each creature within range, other than you, must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 1d6 thunder damage.
Yeah.
If I cast it here... would it only affect, because the range is 5 feet, so would it only affect this guy and not Ezekiel?
Yes.
Epic! Oh, that's so cool. Okay.
Thunderclap is a very often misunderstood spell that you just got first try.
I'm so smart. My brain is big. All the knowledge that I don't have about puzzles is actually here. So anyway, yes. I'm gonna cast Thunderclap at this spot specifically, just so that I don't hit Ezekiel with that. It's a con save of 13.
Alright. He fails it.
Nice. So that is gonna be
A d6.
yeah, 3 thunder damage.
Alrighty. So Ezekiel, you just see the guy who's standing right in front of you. Just sort of a loud clap rings out across the entire thing. All of you can hear it across the entire room, and you see him sort of like almost like frazzled for a moment, and then you just see blood start to leak from his ears.
I think he
Very
can suffer.
silly.
Yeah, before my turn... well, this isn't part of my turn, but before I shut up and go back on mute, Setsuyu is... he just kind of, he's looked down and just kind of sadly staring at this dead snake in front of him. Like, when he's not, you know,
Okay.
super focused on this guy. Anyway, that's it.
Very well. Alright. This fellow here will drop his crossbow to the ground and pull out a dagger from his waist and slice it at Lunat.
Oh, sharp objects, my one weakness.
Which will hit you, though a dagger is not a very big damage dice. So he kind of stabs it at you and opens up a little bit of a graze across you, and will cause another 2 piercing.
Man.
But he has dropped the crossbow kind of at his feet, close to the ground, and he's now just wielding a dagger in one of his hands. He looks a little nervous. Which will bring us... this guy's dead, so he doesn't need to make any rolls. Which will bring us right back to Ezekiel. The man in front of you looks pretty battered. What do you want to do?
Third time's the charm. Let's go Warhammer.
Very well.
Again.
So did you read that Channel Divinity thing? You might not need it.
I'm sorry, I forgot to.
Okay, then this is just a perfect opportunity to explain it. You might not need it. I just wanted to bring up all your abilities within this first little combat, just so that you get an idea of them. But a lot of your stuff, since you're a war cleric, are very centered around amplifying all your abilities with your melee weapons.
All right.
So again, like that war priest ability is allowing you to make extra attacks, whereas your channel divinity, which can be used to ward away undead, but also has another purpose for you. And your secondary purpose is the ability to, before you find out whether you hit or miss, if you see your roll and it seems low to you, you can choose to burn that channel divinity to have sort of your own spirituality guide the blow and add +10 to that roll.
Oh, okay. Wait.
So-
Also, where do I find this?
So that's
Is-
in your...
I was looking under spells for it, but I did not see it.
It's in your features and traits.
Oh, all right.
It's channel divinity, guided strike. So basically you would make the attack roll and then I wouldn't tell you if you hit or not. So I'm often trying to move combat along, so sometimes I do just outright say hit or miss really quickly. So if you do want to use it, if you see a really low roll, then just bring it up on your own automatically. Because sometimes I'm just trying to move combat along and might do the spoiler thing that you're technically not supposed to get. But honestly, I'm pretty easygoing, so I would probably just let you do it anyway.
Okay.
So if
I
you
can
roll,
only do that to like that first D20 roll, not to my damage roll, right?
yeah, it's not to the damage. It's a guided strike to
Alright.
make sure you're very accurate. So if you roll like a
Okay.
7, you're like, oh, this is never gonna hit. I know this guy is a way higher AC than 7. Then you go, okay, I want to guide my strike. And you make that small little prayer and add the +10, and then now you're at 17, and that is way more
Okay.
likely to hit, right?
And is there like a limit to when I can use that?
So your channel divinities are basically once right now per
Okay.
short rest. So you'd have to take an hour-long break, kind of sit down and rest for an hour before you can
Alright.
use it again.
Okay, cool.
So essentially kind of think of it as more like one time per combat.
Yeah. Okay, so
So
I'm
if you
gonna
really
hit-
need to make that hit, you think that you're probably missed, like you rolled a 4 or something, and you really need to make that hit, and you think his AC is somewhere around like 12, then you just burn it and go for it.
All right. Okay, cool. Thank you. So I'm gonna hit him with my warhammer.
Very well. Roll your to hit.
Oh man. Got a 13.
Okay. So you've been sort of fighting
Yeah.
this guy for a while, so you might have an idea in your head of what his AC might be. So you know that you got a 12 before and that hit, right? So you'd be
Yeah.
like, I don't need to use
I
it.
don't. Yeah.
And so I would then tell you, okay, you hit. And then
Okay,
you just
cool.
roll your damage. So it's more for if you think that you're really low, like if you got below a 10, that's when you'd kind of consider it. Because most
Okay.
creatures have kind of above 10 AC.
Yeah. I have once again rolled a. Oh god, it disappeared. Oh.
If you pull up the log, you can see it again.
Yeah. A 2. Really going
Ah,
for these good rolls
cold
here.
dice.
All right. You level your warhammer and smash this guy upside the head. And now he looks like totally ragged. He's breathing hard. His vision is kind of wild. His eyes are darting around. You can
He's
see
having a
just
good time.
you can just see like blood dripping down his forehead, and he looks completely battered and just sort of barely hanging on.
All right. And I guess end turn.
You can. You can also use your war priest if you wanted to. You still got 2 more of those.
Yeah. But I think I will end for
Okay.
now.
Yeah, that's fine. Then that'll bring us to his turn, and he's just going to, sort of wild-eyed and desperate, he's going to slash at you with his sword.
Oh wait, sorry,
What's
not to. Can I hit again with my warhammer with the war priest thing?
Yeah, that was what I was referring to.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. I was thinking something different. Never
just-
mind. All right.
It bur-
Yeah.
We'll rewind since this is your first combat ever. I'm
I'm so
fine being
sorry.
generous and rewinding. I thought you understood what I meant, but if you didn't understand what I meant, I have no issue rewinding. I'll rewind because since he hasn't even made any rolls at all, so we'll rewind back to your turn if you want to do it.
If you don't mind, I'm sorry.
Of course, yeah. When it's your first combat, I'm always very lenient.
Yeah, so I would like to attack again with the Warhammer.
Very well, then just make another attack. Thanks for the 5 months, DJ. Welcome, welcome. They're fighting some snakes and doing pretty good. Valbella deleted somebody from this plane of existence.
I got 12.
Sorry, we weren't live at that point, Cecilio, and I felt weird just like randomly saying it just to you. But thank you anyway.
Yeah, so I rolled a 12 to attack,
So that'll hit.
and then I rolled a 10 for damage.
All right, I think that's close to your max, right?
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
probably something plus whatever to get you to 10. But all right, so you only really kind of graze him with the first strike, but follow up with another blow from your warhammer, and this one just connects with the side of his head, and you just sort of send him almost spinning as he collapses to the ground.
Fantastic. Okay, now I'll end my turn.
Very well. Technically, you still have movement now that he's dead. No one's gonna attack you, so you could run around if you want.
No, that's okay.
Very well. That'll bring us to the next dead person, and in turn, right back to Lunat. So one foe
Okay.
remains, Lunat. He just swiped at you with a dagger and managed to open up a small cut along your arm. What would you like to do?
She says, I have had about enough of you, Stronzo, and cast Thunderwave.
Very well.
That is a 13 Constitution saving throw. Please, 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 please.
So that's a 15-foot cube originating from you, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna need one from Val too then.
Aww.
What am I rolling?
Constitution.
And you're what? Spell save 13?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Eagle Eye fails it.
Yes!
Fail it too. I got an 11.
Ah, man.
Rough.
It's okay.
Double
It's
rough.
fine. It's fine. Does
I'm not sure it is fine.
wait?
It's too many damage.
I'm sorry. Huh?
Ah, man. Wait, no, I rolled bad on the damage anyway. It's 3 damage, and they're launched 10 feet away. I just really wanted to dramatically shove this archer off the ledge.
Alright, so Valbella, you just get hit by this blast. And you take 3 thunder damage.
You come down. Oh.
And he gets launched also with you, and he crashes to the ground off this thing. I'm actually going to add an extra 2 bludgeoning because you launched him off the thing.
Yes!
So that was 3 you said originally?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll make it 5. Because you did launch him off of a relatively raised platform.
And from there she's just gonna start walking back this way, because I think Valbella's got this.
Yeah, so the 2 of you crash to the ground. Valbella, he is now right in front of you. And that hands the turn directly to you. You're feeling a little beat up, Val. You just got launched by Lunette, but your target, your prey, is right in front of you.
Sorry. It's my turn?
It is your turn.
Much like the lady who I obliterated. I'm not going to use Divine Smite. That's not what I mean here. Valbella is going to take her mace. She has dropped her shield. It is somewhere along the side of her.
Okay.
And double-handing her Morning Star, she is just going to bring it down on this man.
Yeah, it doesn't change anything for a Morningstar, but
I do it. I do it for the role play.
I know. I just wanted to let you know, just so
Okay.
that you can plan it ahead of time. That there's no tactical purpose to dropping your shield. I just want to make sure that you're aware of that.
Yeah, no, I know. I just do it to be cool.
I know, but I just want you to be aware that all it does is lower your AC for no reason, just in case you ever did it in a place where it mattered. I'm just making sure.
Okay. I got 23. Not it's dirty.
Yeah, that will hit.
That's an 8. That's a 12.
All right. So as the two of you kind of are sent tumbling across the stone tiles here, both of you attempt to kind of get to your feet, ready to fight each other because you're right next to each other. You kind of make eye contact for a moment, but you get to your feet before him as he's knocked flying. And he's sort of just almost now kneeling, almost to his feet, as you get ready and you swing with your Morningstar. And as you sort of reel back to swing your Morningstar, you see him just sort of realize what's about to happen. And he almost accepts it. And you see his eyes sort of roll back into his head. And he says, Zarasha Kiriz, consume me as I would consume you. And then as soon as he finishes that, you just strike him right over the head and send him reeling down onto the floor. And he dies. And that
It's combat, baby.
is the end of your first combat encounter together.
Very cool.
And that's how it works. Relatively straightforward, and you'll definitely get the hang of it, Ezekiel. You did very good for your first time.
Thank you.
Honestly, I think as impressed as she is, Lunit's a little scared of Val after that.
So unfortunately, we have to end the session like immediately right there.
Yeah.
Just because we're already kind of pushing it on my time. I wanted to let the combat end. I didn't want to cut you guys off in the middle of it, but we do have to end immediately right now. So we'll get right back into this next session for the aftermath of this, as there's lots to do. But I wish we could go further, but I can't tonight. So we have to wrap up quite quickly.
It's okay.
Is there anything that changes next week other than just like time stuff? Like, do we have to move
Yes.
days or
I
skip the
will-
entire day? Is what I'm asking.
I will be at a wedding, so.
Okay.
Like until 7? How long is that wedding?
Well, I'm not. I'm gonna be at a wedding and in another state and in a house with all of my family.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming probably moving it like a single day to like Saturday doesn't really work for anybody.
Well, then yeah, because then I'll be like flying back and
Yeah,
stuff.
that's what I figured, is that you'd probably be having some transit days there
Yeah.
too. All right. We can just skip the week then. I know that's kind of unfortunate,
I'm
but
sorry. Yeah.
moving it around,
okay.
if it doesn't help, I really don't have any other days available. So
I wanted to let everybody know that after this week, I probably won't have any time constraints on my end, just because I don't have classes on Fridays.
Okay.
So if we do continue to do Fridays, there really shouldn't be anything that comes up out of me. So
Okay. Yeah, if anything changes, feel free to let me know. Just message me on Discord and I will make the adjustments, but we'll say for now, no C's next week, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. D&D is the one thing that will always have scheduling conflicts, so I really don't get too upset by them. I just take them in stride because they're expected. It's unfortunate, but we make do. So the next actual stream will be Monday for more Silver Song, 7 p.m. Eastern, as well as the Wednesday after that, we'll have more Whispers in the Woods, also at 7 p.m. Eastern. So tune in and watch those streams. If you want schedule stuff, you can follow my Twitter or join the Discord, as I make updates there when I have the time to. We also have a World Anvil for lore about the world that all these campaigns take place in, and we have an archive for anybody who misses a stream and wants to catch up. They all get exported to YouTube, so check those out if you missed anything. And other than that, I will see everybody on Monday for more Silver Song. They are in a wizard meth lab, trying to make blue wizard meth.
Oh.
It's not actually
doesn't
that,
like
but
wizard
it's
meth?
not actually that, but they think that they're doing that. So I let them believe.
Ah. Breaking Bad.
Is there a wizard
Exactly.
there named Walter the White?
They haven't
Yeah.
they haven't run into anyone there except some rats that would have been chewing the spell components, and so they got all mutated and had all sorts of weird effects.
Fantastic.
I just really
And
like that joke.
Please make a character named Walter. Please.
Walter the White.
Kaj tried to mess with some arcane sugar and accidentally cast confusion on himself, so he spent the entire combat counter thinking that there was an octopus in the corner. So tune in for more Silver Song. It's very entertaining.
Just
Jesus.
sweating bullets as he stares at the octopus.
Yes, when the party came to help him after, he thought that they were all teapots and was wondering why they all were talking. So yeah, tune in for more of that. It's very chaotic and it's very
Is
fun.
this Beauty and the Beast?
Yes, there was.
Or
a couple,
Alice in
I believe there was a
Wonderland.
couple jokes in reference to that. So yeah, tune in on Mondays at 7 p.m. Eastern for Silver Song. That's a great group too. So that'll be the next stream. And other than that, have a good night.
Are we